gents, Brian here with Team Mana Beast, doing a deck profile on an oldie, but still a very goodie. This is top Idol Riviere, still one of my favorite decks from Bermuda Triangles, even with the loving that is Labrador, which is still one of my favorite decks. So let's go a little bit over this. Our starting Vanguard here is Bermuda Triangle Cadet Riviere. Its ability, it's a ride chain, of course. If I ride the grade 1 on top of it, I check the top 7 for the grade 2 or the 3. Pretty simple. And then it goes into Soul. Of course, if I ride anything but the grade 1, I call it to rear guard as a Forerunner. Now, moving on to grade 3s here, we're going to run with 1, 2 of Eternal Idol Pacifica. Eternal Idol Pacifica's ability is when this unit attacks, counterblast 3. 2 cards come up from the field, and then choose 1 card from my deck and call it to rear guard. I use this just as a backup grade 3. It's not my main one, but it's a backup because I think its abilities work really good. Get cards back into hand, and then also call cards to the field so that you can kind of put pressure on and also plus to the field if you don't have the Riviere. Plus is 11k base, so I really think it works good. The other 3s I run, which is just for fun, is Velvet Voice, Reindeer, which is still really good. Essentially, when this unit attacks, if I drive check a grade 3, I can bounce 1 card from the field and then call another card from my hand other than the card I bounced. No. Pardon me, nope, I just call the same one back. I forgot, this is not the same one. But essentially, yeah, I can just bounce one back, call another back. So it's like a free stand, and then you can call something back out and attack. So I really like the card. I still think it's funny. And then the boss monster, top Idol Riviere. I don't want to say monster. She's so pretty. She's not a monster. Top Idol Riviere. So this is the Doty of Bermuda Triangles. If this attack hits, counterblast 2, persona blast, and then I can give 3 of my Bermuda Triangles plus 5. So non-limit break, doesn't have to be limit break. It just happens. If I hit, I counterblast 2, discard it, and get it. So it's really, really funny because when you do the ride chain and you put the 1 on the 0, if you end up having 1 in hand and then get the 3 as well, I always get the 3 if I already have the 2, because then I'll just be like, cool, I've got it, and then they think I've got it from my Persona Blaster. They don't know, at least, so really funny. And of course, if it has the 2 in Soul, it gets plus 1, 11k continuously. Moving on to grade 2s here, we're going to run 1, 2, top Idol Aqua, just 10k attacker, you know, not special, but hey, with 8k, hits 18k. We are then going to run 1, 2, 3 Mermaid Idol Flute. This is an 11k attacker if we have 4 or more Bermuda Triangle rear guards, including itself. So it really helps for hitting those numbers just by itself. And then one of my favorite cards, Pretty Celeb Charlotte. I love this card. Counterblast 1, when this unit attack hits a Vanguard, I can pay the cost, choose another card besides Pretty Celeb Charlotte, and call it to the field. So this is where on hit pressure, along with our Riviere, kind of works to our advantage. They just don't want to let anything hit. So they're like, okay, don't let anything hit. I'm going to just continue to bash your face in until you actually let me hit something. So really good on hit pressure. And then we run the grade 2 ride chain of the deck, which is Super Idol Riviere. This effect is when you ride it over the 1, you draw a card. So 10k base when you ride over the 1 and you draw a card. So this is all about plussing. And then when you ride Riviere over this card, you get another plus. So if you get the full ride chain off, you get a +2, which is really awesome for the deck. It's less about bouncing and more about just getting advantage in your hand there. Alright, then we're going to run 1, 2 Mermaid Idol Sedna. It's the 8k. I would like it. I don't have to have it. I can, of course, search it out if I end up riding or don't riding Riviere and I have Pacifica. So I'll run just 2, and then we'll run 4 of the ride chain here, grade 1, Mermaid Idol Riviere. Like I said, this rides over the 0, top 7 for the grade 2 or the 3, which is good, and it's 8k base if I do that. We're going to run 4 Ellie's, 2-2, because, you know, we can do that. We got mixed art, perfect guards. And then my other grade 1, which I really like, is Biscayne. This, again, I really feel plays into the whole idea of the deck. Its abilities, when it's called on a rear guard, or it's, pardon me, make sure I'm writing this, yep, on rear guard, I can Soul Blast 1, check the top 7 for a copy of itself and put it in my hand. again, in my opinion, it's a lot. It's still all about card advantage in this deck. So even if I can do this once and I get it off, it's great because the whole idea behind this deck is getting hand advantage, power, and it's 6K booster, so it really works good behind my 10Ks, which I really like. So run 4 of it because I think it's a funny card to go along with it. All right, so trigger-wise, we're going to run 1, 2, 3, 4. The flows, which this card works good with the other crit because if I have a Shupa on the field, I get +3. So by itself, it's a 7K booster. I've rarely used it for that, but hey, if I need it in a clutch situation, it's there. Then we're going to run one of my favorite draws, 1, 2, 3, 4 Fundy, which we've already gone over in the Labrador deck. It's a draw, but then if I put this in the Soul, give any of the unit +3. So I like it for that reason. And then in total, we're gonna run 1, 2, and then 3, 4 crit, different kinds, 2 of the prisms, and then 2 different ones. And then we're gonna run the 4 Shupla, which this one requires us to have the other one, the bubbling, but I don't have it in here. I just have this so I can activate the ability of flows. If it happens again, great. If it doesn't, whatever. It's just a crit. So 8 crit in total. So anyway, that's the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed it. Of course, as always, comment, rate, subscribe, tell us what you think, and we'll see you all fine people next time.